guys, welcome back to my channel. So I recently went to see Captain Marvel and I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. And I got the idea to do a makeup look inspired by Captain Marvel. So that is what I'm doing today. So if you would like to see how I got this Captain Marvel inspired makeup look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start out with face makeup. So I am going to start with primer. And I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer because if you've seen Captain Marvel, you know that she, glows. So I'm going to try to get that effect as well with my Radiance Primer. So I'm just applying that as I would normally apply primer. And then I'm going to do another thing to add to the golden glowing effect. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Cover FX glitter drops and I'm going to mix those in with my foundation, just a couple drops of that. And obviously this stuff is optional, but I just kind of want to get a more golden glowy effect. So I'm going to do that. And then for my foundation, I'm going in with the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. So now that I have my glowy foundation on, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm not going to add too much because I want to keep the glowy effect. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and I'm using the shade Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with a makeup sponge. Okay, so next I'm going to go in and bake with my Smashbox Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder and just baking everywhere that I applied concealer. While that bake is sitting, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and also my eyes. So let's do the brows and then I'll be right back to get into the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm doing the eyes now because if I do them while I have the bake on and there is any fallout, I'll be able to just dust that off and it won't ruin my face makeup. As always with eyes, I'm starting out with eyeshadow primer and I'm going in with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. So the colors of Captain Marvel are red, blue, and gold. So that is how I'm going to do my eye look, is with those three colors. So I'm going to start out with blue on the outer corner of my eyes. And I'm going to use this blue right here from the LA Cover Shop palette. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to pack that on the outer corners of my eyes, and I'm going to start with a little bit and then build it up and just kind of dab it on to where I want it to go, so that way it will be nice and precise exactly where I want it to go. So I'm just placing that right on the outer third of the eye. You don't have to worry about blending quite yet, just make sure you get the color packed on right where you want it. I love this eyeshadow palette so much. You can literally do any look you want with it. It's amazing. Okay, so now that we've gotten the blue packed on the outer corner, I'm going to take a smaller crease brush and dip into the blue again and pack that into the crease about halfway through the eye. So a little tiny bit past where I put the blue. So now I'm taking a different crease brush and I'm going to dip into this light nude shade right here, and I'm just going to place that a little bit above my crease to blend out the edges. Okay, so next I need a red shade, and unfortunately red is a very, very hard shade to make. Like super bright reds just don't really exist unless they are a pressed pigment. So I have right here the ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shock shadows, and it is actually a pressed pigment, which is how it is so bright red. And this one is in the shade Baby Talk. Pressed pigments technically aren't supposed to be used around the eye area just because the pigment is so dense and bright in here that it can cause staining around your eyes. I personally have not had an issue with this particular shadow staining my eyes, but it really depends on the person. You can see it's just like a super bright red. So that is what I'm going with to get the red effect for this look. So I'm just gonna go in with a smaller crease brush than I used before because this part of my eye is smaller. And I'm gonna dip into this pressed pigment Baby Talk from ColourPop and just place that on the inner third of my eye. And I am just leaving a little tiny space, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be covering that up. And just like before, I'm taking a smaller crease brush and blending that into the crease. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and dip back into this light shade and use that to blend the edges out. So now I'm going to go back in with my Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer, and I'm going to take that on a concealer brush, and I'm going to cut the crease in the center of my eyelid just to clean it up and make a good base for the gold shimmer to go on top of. And then the LA Cover Shop palette from Smashbox has the absolute perfect gold shimmer for this look. So I'm just going to take that one. It is called Drop Top, and just place that right where I placed the concealer. Then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take that small crease brush and blend out the edges. Then I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and blend out the edges. And then next I'm just going to go ahead and take my Smashbox Always On liquid eyeliner and just do a winged liner. So now I'm going to go back to the face makeup, and I'm just going to blend out my bake. So next I'm going to go in with my Smashbox angled powder brush, and I'm going to go ahead and contour using the contour shade from the Step by Step contour palette. And then I'm going to take a fluffier brush and dip into the bronze shade from the Step by Step contour palette and just go ahead and bronze the face. Next I'm going to go in with blush. I'm taking the Smashbox LA Lights Blush and Highlight palette, and I'm just going to use this dark shade right here. This is the Malibu Berry palette. And then of course I have to continue with the golden glowy theme. So I'm taking the gold highlight from the Spotlight Gold palette, and I'm just going to highlight my face with that. I'm actually even going to wet my brush with some setting spray and then go into the highlight to get an even more intense highlight. And then I'm going to take the same highlight on a pencil brush, run that down the nose and the brow bone. So now it is time to finish up my lower lash line, and I'm just going to go ahead and mimic what I've done on the top. So I'm taking a small little pencil brush. I'm going to start with the red, And I'm just going to dip my pencil brush right in the red and place that on the inner third of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to do the same with the blue. And then I'm going to finish that off with the gold. So now I'm just going to take my Smashbox Always Sharp Kohl Liner in the shade French Navy, and I'm going to apply that to my waterline. And then I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the eyes with mascara, and I'm using my Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara. And of course I have to go with a red lip for this look. So I'm going to start out with my Smashbox Always Sharp Lip Liner in the shade Crimson. And then I'm going in with the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Boss. Okay, so here is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed getting to do a Captain Marvel inspired makeup look. I really enjoyed Captain Marvel, so if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend going to see it. It was wonderful. As always, all of these Smashbox products that I used in today's video are available at the Wildcat Shop at Central Washington University, so be sure to come by and check that out. We have amazing products. I've been absolutely loving the Smashbox LA Cover Shop palette lately. You can do literally any look with it because there are so many different colors in there, and they're all super high quality shadows. And this red lipstick right here is the best red lipstick that I've ever used. It is also from Smashbox, and the Always On liquid lipsticks are my absolute favorite formula. They don't dry out your lips, and they feel super comfortable, and they stay on all day even if you're eating food and whatever you're doing. I talk about all of my favorite Smashbox products in all of my YouTube videos, so be sure to check out some of my other videos to see what other Smashbox products I have been loving. So yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Oh, that was on. This is on. Everything's loud.